Watch it so that it drops as much as we can between the trees.
So are we going to burn those, or are you just going to save them for firewood?
I haven't decided.
Yeah.
My name is Shelly Utsch, and we are at my parents' house in Warrensburg, Missouri. I live in Katy, Texas. I am married. I have 5 children, ages 18 up to 31.
There's not enough fuel out here to actually keep this going. Even if I did nothing, it wouldn't spread very far.
I come from a family of 9 children, and I'm the second oldest of the 9. I have so much gratitude for my parents, for the things that they've taught me, for their example. They have just given so much to us.
Mental health is
We had many family chores that we did together, and it was always expected that we would get our chores done.
My dad had built this little, what do you call it, like a little wood box with like slots in it. So everyone had their own slot where you'd put your chores, and so we'd know, like, if somebody didn't set the table, we'd go to see who had that chore for the week, and
who didn't clean the bathroom.
who didn't clean the bathroom.
I found out about CrossFit, it was probably 2003, 2004. And I saw it and I thought, oh my gosh, there's just no way I could ever do that. But I secretly would go to .com and I would look at the workouts and I would look at the scores and the comments, and it was just so fun for me to just kind of follow along. It wasn't until 2011, I had been doing triathlons, I was always active, and I just thought, this is the time for me to start. I knew it was the right fit for me, and I never looked back. From there, it's just kind of worked its way through the family. All of my kids have done CrossFit at one point. My sister has grown into it. She's an amazing coach. My big brother, he's just a year older than me. I just knew if I loved it, he would love it. He's got his L1. Like, it's just kind of grown from there as we've invited each other and encouraged each other. It really has created a bond among us.
So we don't know what to do. Actually,
Oh, the potatoes are going to come up unless you clip them.
you need to cut them off there, you think?
Yeah, I think so if we're not going to dig them. Oh, goodness. Tough one. Shelly had been trying to get us to do CrossFit for several years because he had been playing racquetball, I had been swimming, and we just thought, you know, it's time to try something different. So we decided to try CrossFit.
I think that's maybe, if I had to put my finger on the single most important thing that's done for us, other than being physically fit, is the fact that we've done it together.
Wherever my parents are, they're just a light. I wanted them to try CrossFit because it is something that changed my life, and I knew that they would love it, and they do.
I think that I need the community situation to really, that's motivating for me, to have a group to go and a place and somebody to guide us.
Let me tell you about the Michaelsens. They are basically the poster child for anybody can do this. They don't miss any days, even when they're out of town visiting their family. They're at CrossFit, that's what they do. And they're so great for our community because as an old school CrossFit person, you know, I love spreading the word of CrossFit. And with the Michaelsens, I don't have to do that. They're telling everybody.
CrossFit Believe is a very welcoming community.
Yeah.
I myself have tried, when people come in and I don't recognize them, try to introduce myself. But I've noticed other people do that as well.
Doing CrossFit has made them healthier. I've seen it in my mom. She's stronger than she was. My dad has definitely gained more flexibility and strength. But what's really cool that I didn't really expect was how it's just grown their relationship. It's just given them something to do together, and they're just like teenagers when they get together and go to CrossFit. It's just the cutest thing.
We can keep an eye on each other. Sometimes Larry loses his place where we are, or I lose my place, or we lose track of our count, so we can help each other that way.
A lot of what I do outside involves pretty heavy physical labor, and I'm able to do that, and I'm quite sure that most folks my age couldn't.
It feels like home, first of all, to walk in here, and just to come where they regularly work out, where they come together. This is their happy place. I mean, they're happy on their farm, but they love to come here, and they love to do this. They're ready to go, and they know what they're doing, and it's just so fun to be here, to just watch them and be a part of it.
We started the tradition of doing the family workouts together because enough of our family was doing CrossFit at the time, and our parents had started CrossFit. And anytime they can see their children and their grandchildren participating in something all together and having fun, I think that's just pure joy for my parents.
There are lessons outside the gym that come into the gym. I think they reinforce each other. And I think one of the reasons our kids have been so enthusiastic about CrossFit is because it's such a natural fit with the work ethic they learned in doing other things before we had CrossFit.
You're on extra weight. It's feeling good. You guys crushed it. Yeah.
You're partnered with.
Oh, yeah.
That's far enough.
That's fine.
That's far enough.
I don't want to go up there. Whee.
Looks good.
It smells wonderful.
We had a family meeting over the summer when our family reunion, when we were all together. And we were just talking about, you know, at some point, if they are not able to take care of themselves, what do we do? And first of all, I couldn't ever imagine that they would ever not be able to take care of themselves because they just are so just able. And basically my dad was just like, well, you know, just leave me in the woods to die if I can't do what I love to do anymore. And my mom's the same way. They love it here so much. They're so happy, and I feel like everything that they've sacrificed for us, it's just nice to see that they're like all of their kids are like, we're healthy and functional and well, and you know, nobody's perfect. We all have our problems, but it's just nice to see that they are now just being able to benefit and just feel joy from all of the effort and sacrifice that they've put into their life to this point.